Okay, guys, welcome to another night of Grubb Cast. Uh, I was looking tonight, and this is the 21st episode. So we're moving right along on Monday nights. So it's the 21st episode. So, uh, I really enjoy doing this. It just takes a little bit of time to get back home and get stuff situated. My collar's messed up on my shirt. Thought I'd rock out the fish sticks jersey tonight. So, right off the bat, like always, let's get the important part out of the way, and that's the sponsorship. Uh, Fish Sticks Custom Rods. Guys, I'm trying to come up with some kind of deal uh, too to try to try to do some kind of contest or something, try to sell some rods. So I'm going to be working on that. I feel that I've slacked a little bit on rod sales, so I got to step it up. So I'm going to come up with some kind of little thing to try to push the fish sticks rods and get some rods sold. So uh, I'm telling you guys, there's a lot of people out there that has them in their hands and they buy another one once they own one. Once you fish with one, you're going to want another one. So I'm going to come up with something. I just got to think about it a little bit and come up with some kind of scheme to get somebody to so we can sell some rods. So hooking donkeys, plastic baits, guys. I'm telling you right now, I went down the High River this weekend and hooking donkeys plastics was working. I'm curious to see how they work if it stays the same for next weekend, but I'm sure they will. So, Sanborn Builders, they just come into the mall and done some painting and redone our bathrooms at the mall. So get a hold of Sanborn Builders if you want something painted or some remodeling done or something. And Pizza Stop, guys, I'm telling you right now, Pizza Stop, especially I told a lady the other day, she's like, well, what's good out in Albany? And I said, Pizza Stop, a chef salad. You will love it. Uh, Hobbs Roofing, he's up in Akron, so anybody up that way that listens to my show, if you got some roofing stuff you need done, reach out to Hobbs Roofing up there around Akron, Canton area. Uh, Southern Ohio Sanitation, they'll be down at our mall with some Porta Johns July 4th or July 3rd for the fireworks. Come down and hang out in the parking lot and watch the fireworks at the mall. And you'll see how clean and stuff he takes and keeps his Porta Johns. If you got a party, a wedding reception, something like that, get a hold of him. Or if you need some septic systems, get a hold of him. He can pump your septic. So, and then William and Son Construction. Need a house built, remodeling, stuff like that, get a hold of Williams and Son Construction. They do a lot of commercial work and stuff uptown and stuff. I know he's working uptown right now. So, but yeah, reach out to them and tell them that you heard it on my show. I really appreciate it. Okay, the bait tonight from Hook and Donkeys for the trivia question. My nose is itching. Is a 4-inch bug the deal? Let me get it out here. The light color on the bottom side, green pumpkin on the back with some black flake in it. It's called the deal, and it's 4-inch bug. That'll be for the trivia question tonight. Right off the bat, we're going to get started with the lake tournaments. Last Monday night, last call was at Fox Lake. First place was Phil and Chase. I can't pronounce the last name. I'm not going to try. And they had 7.92. and they had big bass for 3.86. Alex Miller and Andy Dunphy got second place with 3.04. Throat's dry. Oh, I need to get my comments up, don't I? Sorry, guys. Hey, Carol. I passed John on his way to, I think it snowed tonight. I passed John on 13. Jason Nelson, and then there's Fisher. I got something to show here in just a little bit. Let me get the tournaments done here. Tuesday night at Burr Oak, Ryan and Garrett had 10.29 for first place. Second place was Joe and Gary with 8.07, and third place was Howard Miller, and he also had big bass, one fish for 5.55. That's a good fish for Burr Oak, especially this time of year. Wednesday night at Lake Snowden, first place Gary Barnhouse and John Butcher, 4.04. And they had big bass at 2.19. Snowden's been tough, and they're dropping the water. I wish they get it shut off, because if we keep it up, we ain't going to have no lake left by summertime, because we ain't getting no rain to fill it back up. Second place was John Daniels and Mike Wagner with 3.16. And then Run and Gun, or Last Call didn't have a tournament this last weekend, but we had a tournament down at Paint Creek with Run and Gun. And it was a close tournament. You'll see by the weights here. First place was Alan and Kenny Fulks with 9.35. Second place was Bob and Todd with 9.30. Third place was Austin and Mark Shields with 8.81. And they had big bass at 3.91. That was a good fish for Paint Creek. Fourth place was Terry Lunsford and Howard Miller with 7.03. And fifth place was Damon and Kenny with 6.49. So that's, for 4 fish limit up out there, 2 overs and 2 under. That's pretty good little sack. The Ohio Bass Nation State Championship on Rocky Fork this last weekend. Angie Copas, she's part owner of Fish Sticks, or Fish Hers, not Fish Sticks, Fish Her. She got 4th place, so that's pretty good. It shows that women can fish. She went down there and fished against a bunch of good fishermen that's locals at Rocky Fork, and come out with and this is good. She had 11.13 for a 2-day total, but guys, they was only allowed 3 fish. The co-anglers was only allowed to weigh 3 fish in. So that's, for 3 fish for 2 days, 11 pounds. That's pretty good sack for the back of the boat. So congratulations to all these guys, especially Angie. She gets to go on to Wisconsin, and I think the top ones out of Wisconsin makes it to the Bassmasters Classic. If not, they got one more tournament, and then it's to the Classic. So she's on her way. She's got a real good chance. Speaking of that, I come home today and I checked the mailbox, and I had something in the mail that I've been talking about, guys. I finally got it. Club guys, don't watch this. It's my new weigh bag. Guys, not only are they amazing weigh bags, but look, you can get your names, get your club names, your business name, whatever you want. And when you walk up to the weigh-in line, you got you're supporting your people. So, and I'm telling you right now, I used mine other ones Saturday, and it's just so much easier standing in line with that strap. It's got this strap on it, and you just hang it over your shoulder while you're waiting for the fish to weigh the fish in. And if you want, you can hold on to the handles. I'll tell a little guys who run a gun, they seen it. I was walking to the scales and had sandals on and hit some wet mud, slipped and fell completely on the ground and never spilt no water out, never spilt my fish. If I'd have had a regular weigh bag, the fish had been all over the ground. The zipper and everything kept the water in the bag, kept the fish in the bag, and all that happened is I got muddy. But you know, them weigh bags, they're very, very good. Yes, Trish, them zippers are way amazing. And how they're set up is they're not, if you, I don't know if you can see here on the thing, but there's like a 2-inch on each side. So it's only, if I can do this without knocking my earpiece out and knocking mics over. There, that's all they are. So you got these corners here that keeps the fish from jumping out or getting out. And I'll tell you what, guys, I've seen them in tournaments. I've seen fish come out of the weigh bags, hit the boat, and on into the water. With these, you can zip it up and keep them from jumping out. And that's what Trish just said here. I'll put that up there. Keeps the fish from jumping out while you're loading your bags. And like I just said, I've witnessed it. I've witnessed them jumping right out hit the deck of the boat and flop in the water. And if that happens, guys, that could cost you the tournament right there, and a lot of money. So for the price of weigh bag that she's selling them for, it's way worth not taking a chance of losing your fish. Actually, these bags are almost cheaper than what they are, what you can buy just a regular weigh bag at the tackle store. And they got a nice little liner, little black liner in them. I'm telling you, just like a fish stick rod, you got to have one to experience it to know it. So go to fishher.com and you can order you one, and you can have it custom made for what you want on it. And that's what I really like. This, like I said, I got 2 of these now. I got one for the club, and I got the club, and then I've got a regular Fisher one. So I'll have 2 of them now in the boat. Yeah, Trish said, I've watched several mishaps on the water. These are designed specifically to cater to tournament anglers. The liners keep your fish insulated, and they do. I'm really, really impressed with the setup of them. And like I said, I can't specify about that strap being able to carry them. I know a lot of guys don't want to put a bunch of water in because they don't want to carry them. But if you got a long wait, especially this time of year in the weigh-in line, them fish are really in bad shape and no water. Especially if you got 5 fish and a little bit of water, they'll die. And we don't want to do that. We don't want fish to die. We're in Ohio. We need all of them that we can keep alive, and back into the water. So, and another thing, I went down to the river to practice for Tanner's Creek. It was a pretty good experience. We was coming out of the water, me and Josh, and there was two young kids, and I think it was their grandmother was on the bank fishing at the boat ramp, and we pulled the boat out of the water and got up in the parking lot, and the kids come running to me and they're like, "Can we get our picture taken with you?" And I just happened to have one of my Fish Her shirts on, and Grandma was like, "Fish Her," and I said, "Yeah, this is a lady that does design shirts and stuff for female fishermen and men, but mainly catered to the female." So she talked like she was going to get a hold of them, but the kids they wanted to get in the boat and get a picture with me, and I love that. And then what I did is I got down in my uh, compartment and got out a handful of hook and donkey plastic baits and handed both of the kids handful each of plastic baits from hook and donkeys, and them kids was tickled to death. And that's fun. That's more fun than catching fish or winning a tournament, is watching the smile on kids' faces. With that being said, July 14th at Lake Snowden, Athens County Bassmasters will be putting on their kids event. Sign up starts at 9. The tournament starts at 10 to noon. Ages from 0 to 15. And all fish count. We'll have door prizes. We'll have hot dogs and chips and pop for all the kids and even the parents, we hope. But you ain't got nothing going on July 14th. Bring your kids out to Lake Snowden and let them participate in our kids fishing tournament. That's what we do on Wednesday night. Our Wednesday night tournament, we take money out of that tournament to pay for the kids fishing for every summer. We put on a fishing tournament for the kids and give back to the kids. So if you ain't got nothing going on July 14th, bring the kids out and we'll have a lot of fun. The pairings are out for the last chance qualifying tournament for June 30th at Mosquito to get you into the championship. So that's this coming weekend. So hopefully I can have results and stuff of that when it comes to next Monday night. I should have results and stuff. Also, too, guys, club members, we got our tournament going out at Griggs Sunday. You guys will probably meet at Piggly Wiggly. We'll have to text that because I won't be in town. I'll leave Cincinnati and drive up to Griggs and meet you at Griggs, because I'll be at Tanner's Creek on Saturday fishing the BFL. So I'll drive up after the BFL to Columbus and meet you guys at Griggs Sunday morning. I'm excited for this tournament down at Tanner's. Of course, come next Monday night, I may not be so excited, but me and Josh went down Sunday and we had a real good practice. All I want to do is catch one keeper fish. One keeper fish will keep me in the points and move me up enough that I should be all right, because the next tournament's Lake Erie, and then we go to the 2-day at Indian Lake. So I should be able to gain enough points in them 2 tournaments after Tanner's if I can just survive through with one keeper at Tanner's. I'll be a nervous wreck until I get Tanner's under my belt and get a keeper. I wouldn't be this way right now if I could have got a keeper in the first tournament, Tanner's, but once again, my biggest problem is not fishing. My biggest problem is thinking about what I need to do before I get on the water, because I made a bad mistake at the last tournament at Tanner's and just did not put on the right bait. I tried it this last week down there. It's a hook and donkey's bait. I put it on. I had 4 keepers. So, and should be the tougher time of the year than what the spring was down there. So we'll see what happens come Saturday, but I'm looking forward to it. Okay, we're into about 21 minutes. Let's go ahead and let's do the trivia question. Uh, okay, trivia question for the night is: what bait did Larry Nixon use to win the 1983 Bassmasters Classic in the Cincinnati pool of the Ohio River? In 1983, the Bassmasters Classic was in Cincinnati on the Ohio River. Larry Nixon won it. What bait did he win it on? First person that comments on it gets the package of baits. "1983 Bassmasters Classic at Cincinnati on the Ohio River. What bait did Larry Nixon use to win the tournament?" Ain't got very many people throwing out answers. I'll read it one more time, and then I got something else here I need to. 1983 Bassmasters Classic was in Cincinnati on the Ohio River. Larry Nixon won it. What bait did he win it using? What bait was he using to win the classic? Uh, Why people are googling that? Uh, July 10th, guys. July 10th is the 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 entries for the championship for the Federation OBF Championship has to be postmarked by July 10th. So you ain't got but about a week to get your papers sent in. Well, I still ain't had a person do a guess on this yet. They're probably all out to Lake Snowden fishing. I know my comments are working because I've seen Trish and him and Carol commented. So Larry Nixon won the 1983 Bassmasters Classic on the Ohio River in Cincinnati. What bait was he using to win the classic? Hey, Dean. I need to get a hold of you. Are you working now? Or are you off? Okay, I'll call you after the show if that's all right. I ain't had anybody try to answer the trivia question. I'll read it one more time and then uh, in 1983, the Bassmaster Classic was in Cincinnati on the High River. Larry Nixon won it. What bait was he using to win the Classic in 1983? You're close, Dean, but it's not the magic worm. I'll give you a little hint. You was right with the worm, but you just who made the worm? And it might have been a father son uh, business that they had going on. But in '83, I don't think the son was fishing the elites yet, or the. Oh no, it ain't. I read that wrong. It ain't. It's close to what their last name was. Bassmaster Classic was held in 1983 on the High River at Cincinnati. What bait did they use? Did Larry Nixon use to win the Classic? Awful quiet out there tonight. Everybody must be outside fishing or taking care of their gardens and stuff. Well, if I don't have the answer by another minute, we'll keep the baits for next week. Carol Rusty is sitting at the campground on the High River. Say he probably ain't even on his phone. He's probably asleep. He had a long day today. But I hadn't heard from him. He'll probably call me later. Not, I'll call him in the morning before he gets on the water. Mike, is it going to be that bait you showed me today? You got her, Dean. Dean Barnhart. Five-inch ditto baby gator tail. I'll bring him to you, or I'll mail him to you, Dean. We'll talk after the show here. I got a couple questions for you. Black with blue tail. Uh, okay, Mike. Yeah, I got a new bait next week that Mike just showed me today. That will be given away. So you better tell your friends and stuff. This is going to be a good new bait that he just got to mold. He showed me pictures of it the other day or today, and well, he showed me the mold pictures of the mold the other day, and then he showed me a poured bait today of it. And it is nice. It's going to be really nice. So everybody better tune in next week and try to get the trivia question because it's going to be a good a good bait. It's really going to look good on a 1099 jig. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, Dean, Google is a good friend. Google saves a lot of people. Okay, guys. Well, we're in 30 minutes, and one last time here, I guess I'm tickled to death with my new weigh bag. Trish is really knocking it out of the park, guys. Hopefully Sunday when I walk up to the scales with our at Greg's with our club tournament, the guys will get to see that weigh bag. Yeah, Mike, the Blue Rock Custom Tackle triple thread jig will be good with that too. Very much so. I keep forgetting about that little jig. I need to start throwing it a little more. Maybe I could compete a little better if I threw it a little more. I like that 1099 though. I'm stuck on it. Well, okay, guys. Um, Another weekend. You know, just go out and you know, just go out and treat a kid good. And, let them know that everybody cares for them and that they need to be out playing in the outdoors. Them two kids left my boat the other day with smiles on their face, and I left with a big smile on my face because I love to see kids smile. With that, I'll see you next week. Thanks again, guys.